Let's go, champ. What's good with the YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real talk boxing. It is a privilege and honor and a major blessing to be back with you beautiful people yet again. I got my voice back, man. I ain't coughing no more. I feel good. I'm blessed and I'm alive. The day off today, man. No working out. I came home. I ate strictly plant-based like I do, you know. My wife fixed me some rice and some plant-based Mandarin chicken. It tasted like real chicken, y'all. Like it was good. I murked it. But anyway, I want to talk about something, man. I want to talk about SOG Andre Ward, man, and what he said about Tank Davis, which I agree with. I agree with. Well, follow me. Follow me. Check this out. I want to know what y'all think. As we all know, his promoter and matchmaker, Floyd Mayweather Jr., says we work smarter, not harder. Now, we all know that Tank Davis is a pay-per-view king, star. He puts butts in the seats. He's the cash cow, right? And I can remember Floyd saying a lot of things about Canelo Alvarez, which he frequently does, about Canelo being one of the pound-for-pound greatest of our era. And then in the next sentence, he'll say, I beat that boy easy. He ain't nothing. But he also goes to say, hey, man, he's one of the best, but he's not the only best. He's not the only one out there that needs their just due. And he named off a handful of fighters, and he put Tank Davis in that category. No. You see, Andre Ward says, Floyd, you can't talk Tank Davis into being a undisputed pound-for-pound great of this era. He has to fight his way there. You got to take the training wheels off, man. You got to throw him in there with some killers. You can't expect for people to utter his name along with Canelo, along with Taylor, and along with a lot of other greats out there, if he hasn't fought the same opposition. Now, me, myself, you can't put him in the same category as Canelo or Taylor. You can't. He hasn't done anything remotely close to what these two fighters have done. And a lot of other fighters out there who hadn't made undisputed. A lot of them. You can't. So, is what Andre Ward is saying true? I believe it is. Now, that doesn't take away from Tank Davis and his attributes and his performances. It doesn't. But the level of opposition is where the controversy comes in. You dig what I'm saying? So, does Tank have what it takes to become one of the greats of our era, pound for pound? I mean, I don't know. I would say he has what it takes, but how can I know? He hasn't been in there with the top tier. He hasn't. He has not. I don't care what no one says. I like Tank. I'm a fan of Tank, but he has not been in there with top tier. He just finished a hard fight with Pitbull Cruz, and that was close and competitive, but he was supposed to fight Rolly. And who knows what would have happened in that fight against Rolly? Because I thought he was going to knock Cruz out, and he didn't. So who knows how Rolly would have performed? Who knows? I still think he would have rendered Rolly unconscious, but Rolly's the same guy who gave Ryan Garcia all he could handle in that sparring match. I know that was years ago, but still. You know, I think that would have been an exciting fight, but who knows how that fight would have gone. But you notice the two names that I said? I said Rolly and Cruz. Come on. Andre Ward, I think, is right. You can't be mad. You can't. You're not swimming with sharks. You in the ocean. You definitely in the ocean, but you ain't in there with the freaking killer whales and the great whites. You got a couple of piranha over here. You got some stingrays over here. Maybe some jellyfish. But you ain't in there with the true predators of the freaking ocean. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of the ocean, man, that's a scary place. That's one of my freaking fears, man. Like being in the middle of the ocean. I know I'm going way off in left field, but that's a scary place, bro. Like it's basically a different planet. Like you down there in the water and people get your sharks down there. There ain't no such thing as a shark attack. If you in the water, in the ocean, it's not you trespassing. You in that front yard. A shark attack, literally, if a shark bust open my gym door right now and ate me alive, that's a shark attack. I don't know how I'm going to die, but I can almost guarantee you it won't be in the ocean. But anyway, let me get back on track. Tank has to fight the level of opposition that he needs to in order to be solidified. And a lot of people will say, well, what Andre Ward ain't got no right to say what he's saying. He ain't got no right. I say, yeah, no, I think he does. I think he does. You know what I'm saying? He did fight in the Super 6 super middleweight tournament years ago. Fought Mikkel Kessler, Carl Froch, fought Arthur Abraham, even though Arthur Abraham wasn't no good, but he was knocking people out. You know what I'm saying? Fought those guys, man. All of the top tier super. Only one was Lucien Boutte. He was too scared to get in that Super 6 tournament. He was a little too scared. I don't care what nobody say. Boutte was scared. But he's solidified. He's solidified. I mean, I don't care. You know, you got your controversy with Kovalev, but you know, that dude did his thing. He was proven to be the best at super middleweight because he fought the best. Tank's not doing that. And I put a lot of that heat and a lot of the blame on the powers that be. Ellerby, Floyd. At some point in time, now I get it. If we can make millions of dollars, if we can pay him, put loads of money in his pocket and also ours, fighting a certain level of opposition, then let's do that. It's smart, right? It makes sense. It does. But true boxing fans, they're going to see straight through it. Yeah, you pound for pound, pay-per-view king, but who you fighting? Who you fighting? It ain't Devin Haney. It ain't Shakur. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Lopez. It ain't Loma. Now, Loma's one of them I don't think he could beat. I think Loma would beat the brakes off Tank Davis. That's just my opinion. Y'all know I'm all about Loma. But you got to be fighting fighters like this. I tell you what, Floyd. I tell you what, Ellerby. Let's put him in there with Fortuna. Let's put him in there with Jojo Diaz and see how he fares. If you run through those two guys, then let's match him up. Let's match him up with one of the sharks, one of the killer whales. Let's match him up. Not the barracudas, not the freaking squids. You know what I'm saying? Not the octopus. We talking about the killers. Then we could talk about pound for pound, one of the best of our era. Other than that, you can say all day, but it's like proof's in the pudding. Love Tank. I would love to see him get that type of opportunity. How are we ever going to know if he's truly that great? Unless Floyd and Ellerby throw him in the ocean. And I'm talking about the dangerous part of the ocean. What do you think about this? Comment down below. Let your boy Real Talk know. As always, respect all, fear none. God bless. Till the next time, Real Talk Boxing. I'm up and I'm out of here, baby. Click, click, boom.